My name is Howard Blackburn. We manufacture power-assisted exercise, and at the time I was head of product development besides being head of the company. I have a design engineering background, and it was thinking about my late grandfather that gave me more impetus and direction to think about the care sector, and looking at which I found out at the time was a shockingly underserved market. And it came about because my granddad, who was aged 94 at the time, was living on his own. We'd lost my grandma, and he was a sprightly little fellow. It was the neighbourhood watch, twitching at the curtains all the time, really active, but he started to lose his grip strength, and it concerned us about his safety, and he was dropping saucepans and things like that, and we thought he's going to burn himself. So thinking we were doing the right thing, we found a care home that would take better care of him. And soon made friends there, was playing dominoes and things like that, and everything seemed okay. But very soon after, I noticed a decline. I noticed that there was biscuit crumbs in his cardigan when he sat in the chair. And what I did notice was that where he was in his own home, he was constantly on the move. He was going to make himself a cup of tea, he was fetching biscuits, he was looking out the window. And in a very short space of time, weeks, maybe a couple of months, in the care home, everything was brought to him. And he lost the ability to go and keep moving because people were doing him a favour, saving him having to get up and walk around. But that really wasn't doing him a favour at all, because he wasn't moving. And he began to lose the ability to get out of this chair. And I'm sure you can imagine what happens when you lose the ability to get out of a chair when you want to go to the toilet. So he started to lose his dignity as well, and his mental health went down. And the saddest thing of all is my granddad, aged 94, passed on New Year's Eve, 1999, 5 minutes to midnight. I was looking forward to celebrating moving into the new millennia with him, of course. So it came as a big shock, and it actually came with a bit of guilt for me, because I thought, as a designer and a manufacturer, I could have done something about this. And so I took it upon myself to revisit the care home and look at people in a similar situation to my granddad, and started watching them get in and out of chairs, or struggle to get in and out of chairs, and realised that the movement that would have helped my granddad, would have helped everybody else, is the movement to push back with your arms, press down with your feet, and bring yourself upright. We weren't able to simulate things on CAD as we can do now. So I set about looking at the muscle groups needed to perform that action, and started to design a machine that would give that movement and help that person retrain those muscles and not lose muscles. Atrophy occurs after about 72 hours. People who had a cast on for a long time will notice how much their muscles disappear. What actually, the plight of my granddad became inspirational for us. We almost had a responsibility. We felt like we had a moral responsibility to do something about this and put this right. And the more that I looked into the care markets and rehabilitation sector, and particularly with older adults, I realised that it wasn't anything really motivating, inspiring for the older adults. What was on offer was a bit patronising, to be honest. If you went to a leisure centre, for example, that's what they do for older adults. They'd often say ballroom dancing or something like aquarobics. A lot of people don't like getting changed, a lot of people don't like getting wet. So we really set about refocusing the whole company's purpose and mission to concentrate on a sector in society, the older adults, that really have been overlooked. And it's easy to for traditional manufacturers to claim their treadmill or their product might be suitable for an older adult. But if anybody conjures up there an image of their grandma on a treadmill, I think you'll realise it's probably not the best thing and not the safest thing. We started to set about redesigning our equipment and refocusing our mission onto this, what we say is an overlooked, underserved sector. So our whole mission now is to improve the quality of life for older adults and make sure people enjoy the second half of their lives as much as the first. Continue to develop into the rehabilitation sectors, the retirement sectors, the care home sectors, and try and make as many people as happy as we can.